So, hello everybody. I would like to welcome you on my talk about transactions in distributed system. My name is Jindřich Kubát. I've been working in or at MONOLITH as a head of development for many years. I was a developer, but now I would say, Excel guy, but I hope have some skills. We'll see. So transactions in distributed system. It's all about, well, buzzword of these days are microservices. Please raise your hand who has never heard about it. Microservices. Nobody. I thought so. So transactions. What is it? Just some theory. AC transactional pretty common in relation databases. Means AC means atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. All of it ensures that the transactions is done as a single unit, which either succeeds completely or fails completely. Well, the main goal, of course, is to keep our system in consistent state. That's the purpose of transactions. How to do that? In a monolith system, it's pretty easy. Well, we can have something like that, some layers, and well, transactions is done by SQL, and it's very, very easy. But how to do that in microservices when we have our storage is spread out among some microservices? It could be tough. There's two ways how to do that. Well, it's the way how to do that. My name's SAGA, and so long-lived transactions. And SAGA can be done in two ways. First way is, well, what is it? First, SAGA is, well, let's imagine that it's a set of business transactions which will bring systems to consistent state sometime. That means that our system must be ready for that the consistency of our data, that the system is not consistent all the time. Yeah. SAGA, how to implement it, or how it can be implemented. There's two ways how to do that. First way is our linked services. So we can use some services that already exist in our system. We can imagine that, okay, this is our business transaction. We have one microservice that's create a purchase, and after that it calls another microservice that's invalidate certificate, and it calls another service that's clean up card data, for example. Yeah. Usually it's done by events or direct call. It's completely up to you how you would like to implement it. And what to do if something goes wrong. Each service has to implement compensation transaction. Yeah. So first business transactions and compensation transactions. So if something goes wrong with clean up card data, it calls in opposite way, revoke the certificate invalidation, and this calls set purchase to trouble, for example. The advantage of this is instead of AC transactions, that in AC transactions we have all or nothing. Yeah. In SAGAs we have to react and implement some business. So, for example, we don't want to lose purchase. Yeah, we can set it to trouble. We can call to our customer that something goes wrong and to deal with. Yeah. So, this is how to implement it. This solution has, of course, some cons and pros. The cons is that it's break the domain responsibility. If you think about it, the microservices is built that it should be isolated service completely. So team could create and deliver the service completely independently. In this solution, some service must have some knowledge about another service. Yeah, could be so that's the breaking the domain responsibility. It could work if the microservices is some domain. Let's say we have a domain like a purchase, and in purchase we have several microservices that create the business. And in this case, I think that it's fine to use it. Yeah. And another cons is that it's pretty complicated to add some new item to the chain. Yeah, because we have to update two services and put something in the middle, for example. The pros is, of course, that we don't need any additional service. Yeah, we can use what we already have. The second way how to do a SAGA is to use some SAGA process manager. That's another microservice, for example, that put the calling all of the services together on one place. Yeah. So our example looks like that from UI, there's one request to save a purchase to our SAGA, and it calls a create purchase. Okay, purchase is pending, invalidate certificate, certificate is invalidate, confirm purchase, purchase is created, and it's saved. That's the set of some business transactions that ensures that our system is in consistent state. Of course, we have to deal with that something's goes wrong, like SAGA process manager will be shut down, and it will be for sure. So we have to deal what to do with events that are or transactions that are in the middle, for example. Yeah. This also has some cons and pros. Cons is the SAGA is in the one place. Yeah. So it's not spread among some services. It's only in one function, for example. Another that it's pretty easy to add new service. Pros is that that's a new service in our system, and it's a critical for our transaction. So it's a single point of failure, and we have to deal with that someday it fails. So now I have a live demo to show you something how to implement it in PHP. So definitely some things will go wrong. For sure. In process manager, yes, because the calls are on the one place. Like you'll see it in the demo. Yeah, because I've implemented like in a process manager, and the process manager just do okay, I'm handle the request and call the next service in a row, in chain, and it's all of the business logic is just about that. Just okay, handling request and calling the request in the same in a row. So it's pretty easy to add a new one. Yes. Well, okay. No. Yeah, it's a pros, of course. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So this is my microservices site. I like cookies. So this site sells cookies. Set of, I think, 4 or 5 microservices. Some homepage and some products that is a microservice. We can put something to cart. A cart is also another microservice. And we can finish our purchase. And as a purchase, we would like to save a purchase and delete our cart. So that's a transaction. Okay. Now finish it, and voila, it works. How the source code looks like. Well, I've been using some micro framework based on Symfony, so it's pretty easy. This is roads that handles a request, handles a purchase request for the client. First, I have some tracing, which is pretty useful for developers to have. I'll show you how this looks like. So because it's pretty hard to do that, for a developer to debug things and how the SAGA works. So from our experience, is very useful to have some tracing that we can trace a request through the microservices. Now we just process the request, handles the request, and react if something is not correct in our request. Then I'm using Symfony event dispatcher and events. So I'm creating event dispatcher and two subscribers. First subscriber is for the SAGA, and second is for the event sourcing. And I'm storing the SAGA to the database, or all of the events. I'm saving the payload to so I'm able to repeat my SAGA if something's go wrong to the database. And there's a purchase SAGA, and that's it. So SAGA is here. So I'm first raising first event purchase created. I'm waiting for it for here. The source code itself is in purchase subscriber. So there's a save purchase. There's a call. Some tracing, of course, some authorizations to the service, and there is a call to the service. Yeah. So purchase SAGA. I'm just handling status, and if something goes wrong, I'm yielding or dispatching new event and setting purchase to the problem. And those two classes react on this event. The DB subscriber just log all of the events, and purchase subscriber do some business logic with setting purchase to the problem. If this is okay, we are dispatching new event for deleting our cart, and yet the same. If something's go wrong, you can revert the cart and setting purchase to the trouble. And if it's okay, we are dispatching that SAGA is complete, so we can delete our payload. Yeah. How it looks like. Presentation mode. This is the tracing that I implemented. So we can see that it creates some waterfall. This is comes from the client cart purchase, handling the form is success, and this is in SAGA process manager. and it calls a save purchase and delete card. So this tracing is pretty helpful for developers to have when you implement a SAGA. Now, how to deal with some problems? Let's say that our service is not working. Let's throw, for example, an exception here in for deleting a card, and repeat our purchase. Well, something is wrong. And now I have a humble request for you as a developers. Please do not pass your errors to me as a customer of your applications, because this is pretty common what we can see on the internet and in applications. We have problem, and it's your problem, like your customer problem. What the customer can do now? Well, usually he repeat the request, yeah, so it sends a lot of requests to our SAGA, and what we can do, how to do it better, yeah. So let's fix it. First thing what we can do is okay, unfortunately there is some problem with your purchase. Okay, let's say customer, okay, somebody from our team will contact you soon. Yeah, that's better, I think. Okay, now as a customer, I know that, okay, you have in trouble and somebody will contact me. That of course means that you have some processes in your company that, okay, there is some dashboard and somebody from company check it and it will contact me. But we are developers, right? We can do it better. So how to do it better? We can just check me. Okay, purchase. Okay. Okay, just let's fix the card service. Now it's fixed, so customer can finally repeat his purchase and error again. Yeah, but we already fixed it. What happens? It's also very useful to have some dashboard. So let's see what happens. There's our error, and purchase is already exist. Yeah, that's also one error that, as a developers, we're creating our services. It's not idempotent. Yeah, idempotency means that I can call the service with the same parameters, and it will do the same, exactly the same. Yeah, and it really helps in implementation of SAGAs, because I would like to repeat SAGA anytime. So I have to do this method for saving purchase idempotent. That means that if it's already there, the system status that's, hey, it's there, it's okay. Yeah, that's the way of the thinking. So let's fix it. Cards purchase service. So instead of this exception that the purchase is already there, just return okay, everything's fine, purchase is there. Yeah. So again, finally, it's working. And what to do with purchases that the customer don't want to, wait until you fix your service. It's pretty easy to implement some applications, some backend status that will just repeat your SAGA. Yeah, I already prepared one, so we can just take the payload, the request payload, and process our SAGA again from the beginning, and idempotency help us to finish it for the customer, so he will get his cookie. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you.